Welcome to Doodle Time! Today I'm gonna show you how to draw Mira with her snarky attitude and her pink punk hair. Let's get started. You got your paper and you got your crayons. We're gonna start off with Mira's head, and I'm just gonna rough in very lightly the shape of that. I've got an oval shape to start with. And gonna rough in where the hair kind of meets the forehead, which is just underneath the top shape of the head, if that makes sense. Now on each side we got two little like ponytails or two little hair tails. What do you call that? Whatever that is. I'm gonna rough that in, one side then the next. And then roughing in the neck, nice and light with your crayon. If you go too hard, you're kind of committed to that line. You wanna make sure we can go over all these lines later on. So any errors that we might have at this stage, we can correct those. So nice and light. We got the arm coming down. And we've got one hand holding, so what I'm drawing is Mira holding a glass of milk. So I'm roughing in where that hand is gonna land and where that glass of milk is gonna be. So I'm just kind of outlining the shape of the hand as well as the glass. So having the glass come down, that's roughed in, that'll roughly be there. Mira's arm. And her torso. Mira's waist. And her pants. All just kind of roughed in. If anything stands out at this point as incorrect or needs fixing, it's very easy to fix it before we go in too dark. I'm feeling out in my head where Mira's elbow is going to be and how that is going to connect down to her wrists. Kind of penciling all that in place. Now, Mira's got on this weird choker, but I want to make sure I got enough space for that. And correcting the shape of Mira's face as we go up. Now Mira's hair. We got two strands coming in at the front, and then the rest kind of brushes in at the back. And at this point, I'd like to go in a little bit thicker, a little bit darker, and get our outline thickened up. Mira's nose, her mouth. Now she's sucking on a straw, so her mouth is kind of in a pouty position at the corner of her face, and that'll connect to the straw, which connects to the glass that she's holding. Getting her eyebrows roughed in. And her eyes. So for her eyes, I'm going in and putting in kind of rectangular shapes. Long rectangular shapes, angled up a little bit. And I'll go in and I'll fix all that later on once I've got the skin colored in. Mira's hair, the boldest part of her personality, I guess. So I don't want to go in quite thick yet. I'm not sure if this color is going to do it for me. So I'm going really light with this color. Light pressure. And filling all that in. What that lets me do is, if I want to add a different color on top and maybe blend two colors together, I have the ability to do that, as long as I don't go in too harsh or too bold to start with. I'm going to go in and fill in all where Mira's hair is with this color, nice and light. And that comes down between her arms. And we'll keep this going. Same kind of texture, same pressure all the way throughout. Same thing on the left side. Light pressure, using the same color. And going in and getting all the hair that we see falling behind Mira's body. We also have some on the other side of her body. We'll go in and color all that hair in now as well. Now I've got my brown crayon. I'm going to use that to start filling in Mira's skin. Using light pressure, this gives me the ability to blend in another color on top and find the right skin tone. I don't have the exact colors crayon to match Mira's skin, so I'm using a blend of different colors here. First layer being brown, second one being pink. Nice light pressure. And now I'll just find the outline. With my black crayon, I'm gonna go in a little bit bold and just get everything outlined. Just outlining the shape of the shirt now. And I'm gonna keep outlining everything, correcting any errors I see along the way, until I have a nice thick black outline around everything. Outline around the hair. Mira's got some gloves on, so I'll put those in place on her hands right now too while I've got my black crayon. And I'll fill those in black. So I just opened up this box of crayons, and all of my crayons are so sharp, they're never gonna stay this sharp again. So my outline right now looks so precise, that's not gonna stay for long in any other drawings I do. So now with the darker purple color, I'm going in over the hair in a different direction and layering the second color on top of the first color. So adding different layers with light pressure, slowly building up pressure as you add layer by layer. It's going to let you build definition and blend some colors together. So what I've got now is a bit of a mixture between this reddish burgundy color and the purple, creating kind of the illusion of a color that I didn't have in my set to begin with. All right, I don't know what to do next with the hair, so I'm gonna leave that to the side for the time being. And let's work on the shirt. Mira's shirt in this outfit, it's got this pattern of like gems or crystals or something in the front. So I'm gonna go in with this blue and start to give shape to those crystals. Now I'm taking my purple and I'm gonna add to this texture of these crystals or gems or whatnot, and do a line of purple underneath the blue. Now I'm tackling the glass of chocolate milk, or whatever that is in the glass. So I got my brown crayon, going in, coloring that a nice solid brown. I forgot Mira's other glove, so I'll color that in now before I forget. And it buys me some time to figure out what I'm gonna do next. So while I've got my black crayon in my hand, I'll use this opportunity to figure out the shape of Mira's eyes, her eyebrows, her nose, and get those all crayoned in. So the shape of these eyes are almost like tilted up rectangles. And she's given a weird scowly face, so her eyes are really beady and thin right now. And with this black crayon, I'll go in and fill in her shirt as well. And I'm taking this black right up to the edges of the, what are those, gems or geodes? Whatever that triangle pattern is, taking it right up to the edge of that. Rockin'. Now, pants. What color are her pants? Yellow. I think, yes, yellow. Before we go in, I'm gonna rough in her belt loops and her pockets and some other details Why I'm not using black in this instance, your guess is as good as mine. So the zipper, the belt line, pockets, that's all roughed in. Now gonna color these pants in. I think my intention for using purple to outline details in the pants was because purple is a complementary color of yellow. My hope was it was gonna help stand out quite a bit. So a lot of the detail in the pants, they faded there when I went in and colored everything with yellow. So I'm gonna take my purple crayon and go in and re-detail everything just so it stands out. Just like that. Look at that. Look at it. Now Mira's skin. I don't have the exact color of crayon to match Mira's skin, so I'm gonna do some layering here. I'm gonna blend some colors together, similar to what we did with the hair. I'm gonna start off with some pink and lightly color in Mira's skin. Then we'll go in with another color and slowly build up until we get the exact color we want. And we'll get the waist filled in now too with our pink. All right, so let's see if we can layer another color on top of this. We're going on top of the pink with some orange. Doing this layer nice and lightly, light pressure, just like the first layer. And this lets both those layers kind of blend in with each other. Just like that. Get the fingers put in place. Yeah. I'm kind of liking this. And we'll do this to the face as well. Now, I realize I haven't done a layer of pink on the face yet. We'll go over this with pink afterwards. Now I've lost a bit of the nose definition in the face, so I want to kind of put in a little shadow under the nose right now. With my brown crayon, I've just kind of crayoned in just the shape of the bottom of Mira's nose. Now with the dark red, I'm filling in the shape of Mira's eyebrows. And while we're at it, we can do her lips as well. Voila. Gonna darken her pupils a little bit and darken the edge of her hair just around her face. I like the effect this darkening has done. I'm going to carry this through around the rest of Mira's body. I like what this nice thick outline is doing for our drawing. We're going to keep this up all the way around all the shapes of Mira's body. I just noticed there's a bit of black that goes under, what are they, geodes? Gems, whatever that is. Those things. There's a bit of black that goes under those things on Mira's shirt. Let's fill those in now too. I think I owe a bit of outline around Mira's lips. Oh, and her fingers too. Fix the shape of the glass and outline her fingers. I've got a lighter shade of red, and I'm going to go in and do one more layer on Mira's hair. And this will get us closer to the color of the hot pink purpley kind of hair that she's got. So let's carry this all the way around Mira's hair. That's more like it. Look at that color. That's what I'm looking for. Ha! Voila. What I'd like to do is add a little definition or shape to Mira's skin. So we're gonna add shadow wherever shadow might be likely to fall. So under her shirt at a 45-degree angle, and then just along one side of her arms. I'm not being precise here. I haven't figured out my light source. I'm just giving the illusion of shape. And going under Mira's chin with this color as well to give some shape. One side of her collar. And one side of her right arm on our left side in the drawing. That's something. Under her eyebrows we'll do the same. One side of her nose. And one side of her face. Going nice and light with light pressure. All right. The color of the pants are throwing me off a little bit. I want to see if I can warm those up a touch. So I'm going to add a little bit of orange to these pants and see what that does for us. Not doing a whole lot, to be honest with you. But while I'm at it, I'll keep this up. So if you're happy with your drawing right there, you can leave it as B and you've got yourself a Mira. But I want to kind of put her in some kind of scene. So I'm going to give myself a horizon line, which is a horizontal line. And that distinguishes where the floor ends and where the floor meets the wall. Or if you're outside, the horizon line is in the distance where you stop seeing the ground. It kind of vanishes into the distance. And I'll start to rough in some shapes. I think I'll add a couch on one side, a jukebox on the other side. We'll see what happens. But again, don't feel compelled to have to do a background. If you're happy with your drawing, you can call it. Or if you want to do a completely different background, go for it. Now on this side, I'm going to draw a jukebox. I don't know how many of you even know what a jukebox is. So it's the giant musical box that contains CDs or vinyls, and you would walk up to it. Sometimes you need to put in a coin or some money, and then you get to choose a song. And this was before smartphones. It was before iPods, before all that jazz, before MP3s. Before Spotify, we had jukeboxes. Now for the back wall, I'm going to do that in kind of a lime green color, but I'll do something interesting here. So one side, I'll color in really messy, and then the other side, I'll color in all one direction, and then you can see kind of the difference in effect that gives. So this side here, I'm going to be all messy with my green. I'm going to color in all different directions. And you can pay attention to what that's doing for my texture. So each direction I do, it leaves a texture in that very direction. And if I keep changing directions within a certain space while I'm coloring, it leaves this mess of different lines going in different directions. You might like that texture. If you like it, keep it. If you're feeling lazy, go for it. But it's something interesting to watch out for. Now this side, I'm gonna color in, going all in one direction, from up to down, or down to up, but all one direction. Vertical lines, and kind of keeping that direction while I'm shading. So as this background's coming together, you can already see a difference in the background, in the texture between the left side and the right side. You can still see the lines of my shading in both, but there's a difference in neatness in both sides. Now you might want to embrace a more rougher, messier texture if that's something you're trying to convey, or it helps convey a certain feeling in your drawing, or you might lean more into the neater side of shading and coloring. That's up to you. But that's Mira.